Hi guys, and welcome to another of my videos. Thanks for coming back and watching the channel. Just wanted to share with you today a quick video again, one about life balance. We're going to go over to my website and just show you the download that we've got for you today, and we'll go through it together. So here we are guys, this is my website and I'm just going to show you where the actual download is for you. So if we go to the website, so we just go on here and we go to downloads, and we've got the Life Balance Workbook that you're going to get free. So you can download it, it's absolutely free, so you can really use it and it's really to help you balance it. So we're going to go through it quickly, so I can explain a little bit about the ideas behind it, so you can really utilise it every day for you to really get a balance of where you are. Okay, let's just download it. Wait for that, magic button. Okay, so here you got it, you've got obviously the little workbook here. So really just explains a little bit about it, how to get life balance. So I've just gone on about here how if you had an investment portfolio, you know, you wouldn't just invest in one thing, you'd have a mixture of investments. So when one investment isn't doing so well, what would happen then is that there'd be other parts of that investment that would pick up and support the one that isn't doing so well. So I had an example here where I had a client, I list the example here, where what happened was that they're putting all their effort into work, absolutely giving everything, every minute of the day, staying late. So what was happening is when they weren't getting that satisfaction from work, what actually happened was that they felt deflated because that was the only focus in their life. So what it is here, if you look at the diagram here, is that we've got 75% was work, as I said, was a massive part of their life, and then obviously you had 8%, which is family here. And then there's personal growth in there, it's only 8%, and then obviously there's like friends. So you can have anything you like. It could be, you know, it could be about work, but it could be a balance within work. It could be just about your general life, about like family, friends here, but it could be about a relationship, and you could say relationships about how you communicate in a relationship. Whatever it is, you can actually make this circle define to whatever part of life you want. It can be very general like this, or it could be about a specific thing at work. Whether, if it's a work thing, whether you need to communicate better, whether you want to make sure you put more effort into a certain aspect of your work, whatever it is, you can put it in there and you can work at it, so you can get balance within each individual area. So if it's career, again, you can do the same sort of thing. If you want to move, you can do the same sort of thing. What do you need to do? What balances do you need? CV, extra skills, better communication, whatever it is, you can balance it. So that's really the first part. So it just shows you an example of when you actually write this out, where you actually are at the moment and where your balance is, and you'll be quite surprised at where you're actually focusing your attention at the moment. So even if you're generally just going through the motions, you might just want to just use it and just see where you currently are. So it might be you're feeling a bit stuck, so you can maybe use it to say, well, you're actually concentrating too much on this area, in which case you need to focus on others like personal growth to make sure you can move forward and fulfill what you want to do. Okay. So again, here's the examples I was just talking about. We just go, in this example, we just divide the circle up, and again, we've chosen just general life, what we do, you know, work, friends, finance, relationship. You can think of many more, you can put them in there. It doesn't matter how many sections you have, you can just divide up as you want to. So you can identify the most dominant area, and if that's the part that's letting you down, you can then work on that. And what I've done is I've devised just a few simple questions to get you to start to think of it. Now, this is not a definitive list, it's just something to get you started to really think about what you want to really personally work on. So in this case, it's describe in detail what would be your ideal life and how you want to be. Identify here exactly what you want from your life. Okay? So it's really there about what you actually want to do. What's your actual purpose? What is it you want to do? What makes you really excited and really think, well, I'd really love to do that? So that's really sort of outlining first what your motivation, what's going to motivate you towards the change where you are at the moment. So now just to say, well, how is it now? And how fulfilled is it now? So number two is, how would you describe your life as it is now? And you've got to be honest with this question. It's no good just saying, oh, it's all right, or whatever. You need to be specific, because you're doing this questionnaire and you're looking at this website because actually you wanted to get something out of it. And I'm giving you that with this questionnaire. Really getting you to ask questions. You can do some, you're doing this in your own home, so be honest with yourself and keep it hidden away from someone, whatever it is, whatever's comfortable for you. Some of you might want to share it with people because you might think, well, actually someone might better help me with it. Whatever it is, whatever works for you, just use it that way. So it might be actually, you might say, well, my life's pretty crap at the minute, you know, it's absolutely horrendous, how can I start? So this will let you start that process, okay? And even if your life's going great, you can improve it further, you can just keep progressing further. So it's really a tool that can really be useful to you. So number 3 is, how could you start dealing with the issues which is or are troubling you? So I've got here is a money trouble. It might be that you're having serious money problems, so it might be that you just want to try and put some money away each week. I know it sounds very simple, but it might just put in £1 or 50p away, very small amounts, but it just continues a habit of saving. And then obviously looking at your other finances to see actually what could I trim down, what don't I actually need. Or is it, here, as I say, the trick here is just to deal with the major dominating issue that's going on. So then when you've brainstormed that, you really want to write down as many ideas you can. I'd say a minimum of 20. Take your time with it. Really get excited about how you can start generating some ideas of what you do. Just doesn't matter what it is. If you think, oh, that's a bit silly, just write it down anyway, because then your mind will pick up and it'll actually continue to develop, and just keep brainstorming those ideas. So number 4 is just pause on those general ideas that you brainstorm. So number 4 is thinking about your general potential solutions. Pick 3 which you feel are most important, and then carry them out. List them into the order of points. Which one do you think actually must do now to actually really, really get me going? And then you can have the other 3, and then you can just carry them out. And as I said before in my previous videos, it's really important that you set a time limit on these. If you don't have a time limit, you're unlikely to do it. And again, if you don't be too hard on yourself either. Make sure it's something you feel comfortable with, but it's a bit of a stretch, a bit of a challenge, because that's what it's all about. It's actually getting a bit of a challenge for you, all right? So number 5 then, it's thinking about the less dominating areas. So you've got this sort of major area you're doing, so now it's really looking about expanding those lesser areas so you get more of a balance in your circle, really. So how can you increase investment in those areas to sort of balance out? So if work is an issue, which is this instant, how can you meet up with more family? How can you meet up with more friends to really balance out? So you actually got a different type of focus, so that can really help you feel more relaxed. If you feel more relaxed or more grounded, then you're more likely to sort of generate better solutions. Okay, so again, I've got here, for example, if one of your lesser areas is friends, you might consider calling one of them at least once a week. Something like an example. I'm not telling you what that's not my role as coach here. I'm just here to support you. It's just I'm giving you examples of what you might come up with, but you'll come up with totally your own. I'm sure there'll be amazing stuff that you'll come up with. And so all of them then, when you've got the lesser areas, just go to steps 3 and 4. So really it's just about how do you start to deal with it, generating all the solutions, and number 4 is really, putting them into steps and action. So by the end, and it's only a short worksheet, and by the end of it, you would have done another circle where you put in, once you've done those tasks, you'll get feedback or you'll get results from it. Put them in the circle. How is your circle now? Have you expanded areas that you wanted to? Have you reduced that area which is causing you a lot of issue? Have you made that area even better? What is it that's really worked for you? So you should see an improvement. And I say you've got to take responsibility for those actions that you take. But what's going to happen is you're going to move from where you are now. Sometimes we're going through a hard time because it's a challenge for us and we have to get through it. But once you get through it, and I know you will, you'll just become stronger and you say, well, I dealt with that, right, so I can move on and deal with this even better now. I know you'll be all amazing. Well, I hope you found that really useful, so feel free to download it. I want you guys to really succeed and use it so you can get that balance in your life, which is really, really essential, as I said about the portfolio. If you had an investment portfolio, how would that work? Another part of your life can pick up that and add value to where you want to be. So thanks for that. I just wanted to say it's been brilliant on Twitter. Thanks for the support. Mr. S.T. Thompson, you've been brilliant. And also Senan. So thanks guys, really appreciate the support. And I say don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Take care and I'll see you next time. And be brilliant.